Now this one is a really big one. That hole is a 5" by 6" hole through which the electric wire goes. Coils in there on top of the wheel well. Right here is where there is a drawer, and there is absolutely nothing to keep all that air from coming in and going into the living area. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try. There's a opening right there, which I have taken some of that 1/2" foam, that styrofoam, started out with cardboard, and I'm going to cover that up with the 1/2" foam, and I'm going to put a roof on it. I'll put a roof right about here to block off that hole and keep that area, while it will be open, it'll be completely sealed off from the living quarters. On the inside, you can see there is a huge hole over here that goes behind the shower. I have partially sealed that with a piece of the 1/2" foam. I have to do a little piece there in the back, and I have to do a piece here. And it's not going to be too pretty because it's not going to be seen by anybody except me. This is the outside of the black water clean out connection. And as I said, I don't use it at all. It's really ineffective. But all that's between this outside air and the inside is a little tiny piece of plastic until I put the insulation in. It's even thinner than this wall of the door. So it's just remarkably little. Well, it's at least air sealed, no insulation whatsoever. So we now have 2 layers of 1/2" insulation. There's the hole I was talking about for the wire. There's the wire that comes out. That just goes into the back of the bathroom cabinet. Needs a whole lot of sealing. I'll show it to you after I finish sealing it up. Then also, while we're out here, the underside of the bed is a big area. On the other side of that wall, there is, it's an 1/8" of what do you call it, paneling, and on the other side is a storage space. So we're looking at absolutely no insulation value whatsoever. I'm going to put 1/2" all the way around on each side and then underneath the bed. And that's going to make a tremendous difference. And I'll show it to you after I finish that. Okay, we're back on the inside again. And this is the back side of that black water flush out. You see that it comes in, takes a right angle, takes another right angle, takes 2 or 3 more right angles before it even gets into the tank. So the pressure is greatly reduced. And you'll see that there's space underneath there. And I'm going to put foam on top of this wheel well, and I'm going to also put foam against there to insulate the wheel well as well. But anyway, there's a hole right there, which I have plugged. Insulating and isolating the electric cord storage area turned out to be a lot more than I really anticipated. And there's 9 different pieces of insulation. On this side, this 1/2" piece that you see the edge of, all that's there for really is to support the 1" piece that I'm going to put on top. The piece over against the outside wall, that's only there to support the 1" top. This piece over here, that's a 3/4" piece, and that's important. That is insulation, because just on the other side of that is the bedroom. And what you can't see too well, I'm going to try to get you over here. There, you can see the edge of the piece, and that is against the bathroom. So once this is all done, it's going to be completely isolated. I have a piece I'm going to try and put in while I'm doing this. This piece fits in like that. And now, although you can't see it very well because there's not much in the way of light. There, I'll give you some light. Okay, so this is the top. And I have another piece that's going to go over there in that spot there. And so then I will have this electric cord space completely isolated. The door still goes to the outside, but everything inside is going to be completely insulated and sealed off. so that the cold air that comes in through the outside, or the hot air, is going to be kept in this one little space right here with the electric cord. It's not going to come into the trailer itself. It's going to make a tremendous difference in keeping it warm in the wintertime and cool in the summertime. So it's been, probably a 2-hour project, maybe probably more like 3 or 4, but I think it's definitely worth the time. If you haven't looked at what's going on with your electric cord storage area, I would suggest you do, because this is a huge air exchange area. It can make quite a difference if you wind up insulating. Okay, that's it. I'll show you the finished thing in just a moment. So it did involve a bit of what I might call persuasive energy, and I've wound up closing in my light that I had inside the space. That's all right, I can reach in through the cord opening and retrieve it. You can see there's a seam there that has obviously a gap, and I'm going to seal that with caulk, and then we'll be done. The light is still on in the cord compartment, the wire compartment, where the shore power wire comes in, and as you can see, there is nothing visible. It was kind of neat having a light there and doing this after dark, because anywhere I saw light, I just went and put more caulk and sealed it off. So we are now virtually totally airtight. The air that comes in from that door for the wire is going to stay confined to the outside, and we have some serious insulation on the inside. Yeah, I think it's going to make a tremendous difference in the heating and cooling inside of the trailer. There you go. I think we're good for now.